Well, as you can see, folks, I'm still in Gettysburg. There's still snow on the ground. I am kind of making rounds around the first day's battlefield. As you can see, I'm in a residential area, neighborhood, and you might be wondering, well, what are you doing in a residential neighborhood, bud? Well, I'll show you in a sec. We are about to cross Willoughby Run. So this is a famous little creek that J.J. Archer will splash across and then do battle with Buford. It's great. They got a little flag here, almost in commemoration. I've never walked around. Looks like there's a trail. Huh, okay. But my point of taking you down here, guys, is to show you briefly the Herbst farm and woods. Oh, there's a car behind me. There are a couple of notable things here about the Herbst farm and woods. And so that was your quick shot, guys. Sorry, I got someone behind me, but just crossed Willoughby Run. You just saw the Herbst farm. The point about the Herbst farm is that it is private property, so it's actually not part of the park. Now, I'm sure accessing it isn't a big deal, but you know, I'm down here in the middle of winter, spur of the moment, so I just can't go traipsing up there. But otherwise, I'm sure you can probably just call someone and make an appointment. Oh, that's my turn. Sorry, folks. Jones's Brigade. Market to Jones's Brigade. Let's see, Embedon's Brigade. Whew, this is beautiful. So, you're probably getting the wind already. Ever seen anything so beautiful? So, let me zoom so I can keep the mic away from the window. Wow, look at that. So, you know, again, I'm a big fan, wow, it's windy, of the first day's fighting. Sorry about the wind, guys. You're just gonna have to do this through the window for now. Someone else coming. So J.J. Archer, of course, storms across Willoughby Run, and his men are doing pretty good, but his luck doesn't fare so well. He is actually the first Confederate general captured in the Civil War under Robert E. Lee. With that last little stipulation, I believe he was captured by, I think, a Mahoney, who, of course, you know, would have gained a lot of fame had he lived through the ordeal, but unfortunately Mahoney died later that day. So crazy being out here in these conditions, guys. It's so surreal. It's great. It's really, really neat. I wish you guys were here with me, but here I am, getting it in for you. But wow, that wind. Let's see if it's died down. Oh no. Oh my gosh, look. So you can just see it. Get that window back up. It is just blowing the snow all across the field right now. Look at that. Oh my God. This is something serious, y'all. Look at that. These are like, we're up to like 50-mile-an-hour winds now, so I am not getting back out in the car, guys. Sorry. So, you know, a couple other things about the Herbst farm and woods. As we all know, it was back in these woods somewhere. It's hard for me to get my bearings. It's a little further ahead of us, up over here, is where John Reynolds was unfortunately killed. And that was a big loss for the Union on that first day, as far as morale goes, because Reynolds was one of those commanders that was really, really admired, respected, and loved by his men. And it was at that, you know, that really hurt. But oh, and one last note, interesting note about the Herbst is that sorry, I gotta remember which way I'm going. Herbst was one of the few farmer. You know, it turns out less farmers were compensated, at least fully, for their claims than I thought might have been. I've already mentioned a bit about this. At the let's see, Bliss got nothing and had to sell to the Kadoris. Hopefully, maybe I can get some shots to the windows, guys. I can't even put the windows down. I'm sorry. Where was I? This wind is something else. Oh yeah, okay, so Bliss got nothing. He has to sell to Monument, New York. Ooh, I'm going off the road. He has to sell to the Kadoris. As I mentioned, well, Abraham Bryan, it's such a sick smack in the face. He made a claim of about $2,000 and got like $2. Just unreal. So, you know, a lot of farmers were not compensated hardly at all. Some of them didn't see a penny. Some saw $2. It's really messed up. Guys, I'm sorry. I passed, that was Doubleday that we just passed. Oh, and funny story about him that everybody knows. Once Archer was finally captured, because they were, I think, classmates at West Point, and Abner, in a jovial kind of attitude and mood, you know, probably with a little bit of haughtiness, says to Archer, "Oh, hello, Archer. Such a, you know, something like a fine morning. How are you?" He said, "What is it?" He says, "It's a pleasure. It's great to see you." And I butchered that. I always butcher these guys. I'm sorry. And Archer says something like, "Well, it's not good to see you by a damn." So kind of funny, haha. He just was like, "Yeah, bruh." Anyways, over here we have the McPherson farm. Oh, so I'm sorry. So Herbst was fully reimbursed. He was one of the few farmers, at least, I mean, out of some of the more famous farms in Gettysburg. Again, there's like a countless list. Herbst was fully reimbursed for his claim of a bit over $2,000. You know, a lot more, it was a lot more than other farmers could say. Couple other interesting notes. You know what? Look at this wind. See it blowing the snow around out there? Jeez Louise. Look at the road. Oh my God. Another interesting note about a lot of the farmers in Gettysburg at the time of the battle was many of them leased, you know, for example, McPherson. Oh, I'm going to get these wrong. Oh, I forget who he leased us out to. It was either him or one of the other farmers that leased out to the Slentz family. But many of them leased their farms out. That was already kind of a regular practice at the time. So many of them, point being, many of them were not here when the Battle of Gettysburg happened. Let me see. McPherson was serving in Washington. I believe he was in Congress, guys. I'm sorry. It's been I need to brush up again. But he was in Washington, D.C. at the time of the battle. And so a lot of them weren't there at the time. I can't remember about Herbst. I'll give you a quick shot. I'll pull in here real quick. Give you a quick shot of these guys. Of course, you can see Reynolds was back there. first one we just passed. And it's kind of funny to some Gettysburg folks that Reynolds ends up getting the equestrian statue. And Buford, who was actually the cavalry guy, he's not on horseback on his monument. What's up with that, y'all? Ooh, my window is real dirty, and it's gonna be real windy, but put it down for you and zoom for a sec. So here we are again, too windy to get out and walk around, guys. It's not the cold. I mean, the cold is an added reason not to, but you know, it's 20 odd degrees, but there is no way you would be able to hear a word that I said, as you could obviously have seen the snow just blowing around out there and everything. But really a fun time to be down here, guys. Really fun and different conditions, and something I definitely recommend. I mean, to those who don't live terribly far away. I don't recommend to, you know, someone who lives in Wisconsin, because A, you know what snow looks like, and B, you know, it's just dumb. But, you know, if you're from like Central Maryland or something like I am, I think coming up here at Gettysburg at any time is just, it's a real treat to see it in all these different moods and different seasons, and to see things that the soldiers didn't get to see. You know, like bare trees, and to be able to see through the woods in Culp's Hill and see snow on the ground. It's just neat and fun for me. Anyhow, guys, blah, blah, blah. Hope you enjoyed this little driving tour. This is probably the last one I'll do on this trip, so I'll see you later.